I'll lead off. Aaron, congrats. Was there any doubt in your mind if you'd be coming back, and how interested are you in a possible extension beyond this?
Um, I mean, I don't know. You're just kind of going through the season. There's so much that you're focused on. So it wasn't really it wasn't something that we were talking about. I knew something for after the season was over. So I didn't really have necessarily any expectation, especially, once you get to the playoffs and you're just kind of grinding through that every day. That's where the focus went. So I'm excited to be back, and we'll see if there's any more dialogue that goes on. As far as you asked about an extension, we'll see in that regard. But regardless, I'm excited to be back and excited to get to lead this crew again.
Looking ahead to the next season, what does Jasson Dominguez' future looks like? Do you expect him to be part of everyday lineup? And if so, do you see him playing more center field, left field?
Yeah. Well, I continue to be super excited about Jasson's future. And look, I'm in that camp of people that think he's going to be a great big league player. I love his makeup. I love his talent. And so I do expect him to be a big part of things moving forward. Always though, as a young player, you're working to earn those things and earn those opportunities. I fully expect him to be a big part of what we do this coming year. Whether that's in center or left kind of remains to be seen. It depends how our offseason shakes out. You never know, what our roster looks like going into spring training. But certainly feel like, he has that versatility to do either one.
2 years ago, you took on a role with Judge's free agency. I know your relationship with him was longer at that time. Are you going to be active with Soto's free agency at all? And are you planning on traveling to California with Al?
I am planning on being there for that. First of all, I mean, as you guys know, as I've kind of said all year, like obviously what Juan did for us between the lines this year was pretty special and put together a remarkable season. But equally, I was just impressed with the person, and really getting to know him and getting to manage him was a pleasure. And, so I will be there next week. I certainly would love to have him back, obviously. I want him in pinstripes moving forward. But you also know there's going to be a lot of people competing for that, and who knows where it ends up. All I know is that we'll try and put our best foot forward with it, and hope that Juan's back, but also know that whatever happens, I'm confident that, the Steinbrenner family and the front office are going to do everything possible to, put us in a position to have another strong team, another team that has a chance to compete for a championship. And they've done that long before I got here, and I know that'll continue to be the case. Hopefully it's with Juan, but we'll see how it all plays out.
Just from your perspective with Garrett's contract situation, just what kind of allowed that process to play out the way it did and reach the resolution it did, and just what does it mean to you to have Garrett back in the mix?
Yeah, so my contract hadn't been picked up yet at that point, so I was a little bit out of the mix. Obviously, Garrett's been everything we could have hoped for when we signed him. He's been an ace, and this year, having gone through, an injury scare, for the first time, and obviously costing him the first few months of the season, for him to work his way back and to be pitching as well as he was at the end of the year just is a testament to his talent and determination. So at the end of the day, however it all got solved, I'm definitely excited to have Garrett back because, he leads our rotation in a profound way. And I've always felt like he is going to be a guy that I even saw this year, like have that ability to evolve as he gets older. He just has that pitchability that's going to allow him to, I think, thrive for many more years.
From what you've seen, what are your thoughts on the kind of pitcher Roki Sasaki is, and do you think you guys have a chance?
We'll see. He is he's really gifted, and very young. I think I heard something today that he's, right around the same age as Paul Skeens, and obviously has already done quite a bit in Japan. So we know it's a unique and special talent. A guy with, top of the rotation qualities. And so hopefully we're in the mix with him. But I really haven't started to have those conversations even with our organization. We've been aware of him for a couple of years. I came across him at some point a couple of years ago. But I certainly understand that this is a really, really special talent that's going to be coming over to Major League Baseball next year.